turn 30. So that's a good thing in this top 8 game. Someone reached the heroic skill Empire quest this turn, or last turn actually, and that's Jonny Thunder, probably with his leader. And I don't know if I said it, but on turn 27 Jean de Metz reached Master Smith. So in the south I had discovered this vassal of Jean, and so I came back and tried this way to reach the Fey Dwelling, which is probably controlled by Jean, but we will see, to try to establish contact with it. And on the surface I had the drone which was ready to reach the Dragon Dwelling of Jonny Thunder, but he got killed by some lost souls. At least they are all dead now, and it seems they killed some other scouts because they had some medals. So it means I cannot cast Seed of Distress this turn, so I'm going to disjunct, abort it, and instead I'm going, I usually, at the beginning, sorry, I wanted to cast Summon Spy Drone, but I checked my production and it looks like it's a better idea to cast Mana Fuel Cells on this city, because it did 69 production on the temple, and I've got a base production of 60 plus 20, it's going to be 80, and then I'm going to reach 92 in production, and so I'm going to do this in one more turn. So that's good. At my throne I don't have enough money to build anything, and I'm not yet high enough in production, but I'm going to get some money from my vassal, for which I completed the quest last turn, and actually I should have done this last turn, I forgot, I think. And so it's going to still be at 600 because tribute is minus 500, and next turn I will have plus 300 because the malus of the last tribute will expire. So I'm going to get 144 gold thanks to my vassal. So now I've got some gold to build something at my throne, but first I'm going to build a fortress here. So that's, as I said in the previous video, it's not a really good spot, but I don't really have a choice for a better spot in my surrounding, and it's really actually not a very good spot because I don't get any gold. But my current plan is to settle here, put Mana Fuel Cell, produce storehouse here, and then as soon as possible get a settler and settle here to increase my race happiness, because it's very important for me as a Dreadnought to get high race happiness, to get a lot of bonuses and the racial governance, all the stuff. And then the long term, having more cities is going to give me a lot of money actually, and in short term it's not really good. So I think I'm still going to produce nothing here, to just get more money, because if I produce something I'm going to lose about 40 gold from the produced merchandise. So I'm just producing nothing, and next turn I'm growing up. Yeah, I cleared 2 resources sites to this turn. One was here, the other one was there, and so I got 2 free upgrades. The first one was shitty. I had the choice between guardhouse, which gives medal to guards. Actually I could just sell these shooting grounds, I think, because I don't expect to use it. Yeah, still have 25 gold. I may use it for the Dwarf Musketeers, but I don't think I'm going to use it actually. And the second building I got, which is much nicer, it's a Pool of the Firstborns, which gives a medal to all my units and allow me to produce some Dwarf Firstborns. So yeah, and then later I'm going to produce probably, or actually no, sorry, this turn, sorry. So I'm going to forfeit the gold to plan for the long term and produce, actually I'm not really sure about it, plus a blast furnace, and I will do it in 3 turns because next turn I grow and I get +5 production, and then it's 70 and it reaches 200 in 3 turns. And it will allow me to produce cannon, but actually the cannons I will get them only in 6 turns thanks to the research. So Unto by Shadow is good, but no, I really want to get the cannons as soon as possible. Yeah, and I should I take basic seafaring to just move through the sea here? That's a good question, because otherwise I will have to go through this swamp. So maybe I should get basic seafaring first, and I don't know if I can get it in 1 turn. I think I can go there in 1 turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So okay, let's take basic seafaring to have more options anyway, and then cannons after that. I will check again after I finish the video. So yeah, the cannon and the blast furnace is nice. It gives +5 production, which is actually very important, because my base production would be 60 with the bonus in 1 turn of the growth of the city, and then with city happiness 30% it would be 78, and then I cannot 1 turn the boar riders, but with mana fuel cell I can, and more importantly I can 1 turn the golems at 90 production. If I don't get the +5, I'm not sure I can. Last time I calculated that I could not. 70 plus, actually I can, yeah, because I'm back to 30% happiness, but it's also a kind of guarantee if I lose race happiness. So I'm not quite sure. I will think again at the end of the turn, at the end of the video, to save some time. Then so here I've got my flyer coming from the north, and I spotted a scout here. So in theory you should not have seen my troops, and now I've got several options. Actually I destroyed one of my options. One of my options was to cast a spy drone and send it from here, kill the scout. Another option is to send the flyer, but then he would know my flyer came all the way from the north to here. So last option is to send a ferry I got this turn and try to kill the scout. So actually I've got a risk that the ferry dies because it has only 21 HP and he has some spells, but I've got frost protection and he has is a air adept, and in theory I should do a lot of damage. I've got 5 base damage, and when he's guarding he has 9, so I've got 6 base damage of fire, and plus 40%, it's like something like 8 damage, base damage times 3. So it's at 24, and then I've got the damage of the other channel. So in 1 turn I should be able to kill it. If I don't kill it with the range damage, then he might kill me. So we are going to see. I hope I can kill it. Otherwise I would have wasted a good unit. Yeah, did it. Nice. But as you can see, so it seems it didn't kill it in the first round, but survived the first round. The scout doesn't seem to use sprint to get behind you. Oh, suffocate. But okay, I made a mistake. I thought suffocate was frost damage. Okay, I'm stupid. So yeah, actually I did kill it in the first round. Yeah, as I said, the damage, fire damage are plus the other damage are just sufficient to kill it. So now it doesn't know which army I have because I just sent this ferry. I hope it doesn't kill it next turn. And with my flyer I can just go back here and benefit from the sustainable warfare. And with the other units I use also the whatever vow of poverty. So I'm still not sure what to do with my leadership points here. I'm waiting to see his army. And with this guy I decided to go for spells and then call Beast Horde and try and see how it goes. And also it will allow my druid to cast 2 Colonistral Spirits. So I need a lot of upgrade points actually to reach this. So I'm not going to use them for now. To conclude on this turn, if we have a look at the battles I did, so I did Mana Node. I tried to charm the Baby Shock Serpent, but I didn't really try to exploit it as much as I could, and I probably should have because it's top 8 game, so I failed. I think it was 45 or 50% chance. Then I did this mine. I tried to charm lesser convert human civic guard, 50% chance, failed. Then I did the whatever tree shrine spring of life, and I tried to get the Diaber charmed. It failed. I think it was also 60% chance. But I did get the Halfling Hunter 50% chance, I think, with lesser convert. So he's here. It's probably going to keep this fortress, even though it's not really good for Halfling to stay on the ground. So maybe not. Maybe this guy is going to keep, and this guy is going to go up and use his forest concealment. And then the first resource site. And I got a knight 55 or 50%, 45 sorry, or 50% chance of success. So it's good to have a T3 with me, but it does take a big hit on my upkeep. And the last fight was here, the second resource site, and I was quite unlucky, I think, in the battlefield because it prevented me from moving freely with my units, and so I lost the Goblin Marauder because he has cave conceal, but I didn't. And also the units charged me on first turn, so I was unlucky because you see here these obstacles. Stops lagging, I can show you. These obstacles here, and same on the other side. So I could not move in a way that I would not be hit by the enemy units. So the Marauder could go there, and my hero too, but then the Boar Rider could not escape. And he has 2 pike units and 2 cavalry, so it's quite difficult to escape and not take a lot of damage with my cavalry units. So I did manage to do the fight, but lost the Marauder, because here I made a mistake. I didn't calculate the movement properly. I should have put my leader here. So it's also a mistake on my side actually. So I tried to kill the units as much as possible, otherwise I got swamped by all the attacks because I don't have Tireless. Kept the Marauder here. He could survive the cavalry, but then the guy attacked him, the human halberdier. So then I retreat as much as possible, and to avoid getting swamped by the units once again, and kill them. And the guy doesn't even attack me, he tries to attack my Boar Rider. Then I move again, and my leader is at 29, but he's still okay actually. And then I used Sleep Away and heal as much as I can. I'm retreating to heal as much as I can, and then I finish it. So that was this turn, and for next turns, planning to clear this, come back, try to scoot more in this area to make sure Jonny is not setting a trap for me, and then I'm going to try to take this or this. This one is really good for me with 2 gold mines. So anyway, the area of Jonny is really good for me, but I don't know exactly where he is. I think he's in this area, and he went back to do a quest at the dragon dwelling, because this is cleared, this is not cleared, and this is cleared, and here the hazeberries were taken 2 turns away. In this area I don't see Jonny either. This is not used. So, and this is one of his cities now. It's not the Versal anymore, but it has been several turns already. And so I really need to expand on the surface, because underground I don't have any gold mine. And here I've got I've got a very good site here. 1 gold mine here, good site here, 2 gold mines, and 1 gold mine here. So I really need to go on the surface, but Jonny is on the surface. So really need to fight. Yep. See you next time.